Okay, let's try this. I had to restart OBS for some reason. But yeah, we'll try it again. This is 3 out of 24 of these things that I gotta build. That is everything up on this one, right? Yes. Okay. So, should we stay with this gray for this? The gray and the white? Or should we go a little different on the color here? Okay, there's 3. I'm actually curious to see if this is actually going to work. Not that if it's going to actually move around, but if it's actually going to move me. There's actually something I was going to do some testing on. I was going to get like a platform with a set up on a spinner and try to stand on it while it's moving. From what I hear, the player actually stays in place and everything else moves. Yeah, I really could use that copy and paste right about now. It's a good thing I know how to build. Did not want to click that. Come on, give me morning. It's like a roll of a die. There we go, there's morning. Oh, that's a long way down. And we're not even at the top. I'm actually wondering if 2 hover pads are actually going to push this thing. Well, in theory it should, just because of the fact that it's going to be perfectly balanced. I just realized something. Other than the fact that I'm out of supplies again. But when I get this thing built and free, if I stand on one of those pods, it will actually start turning on its own. So, in theory, I should be going down faster than going up. And because of the fact I'm so far away from the rotating point, that maybe it won't be enough power to lift me up. You know, that's if the physics are true. I was pushing the wrong button for some reason. Finish you, and I think that was it. Okay, next one. I love the shadows some of these things create sometimes. Alright, disconnected and reconnected again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna restart the stream at 1500. Okay, I've lowered it down to 1500 kilobit and see how it goes. Or, yeah, it would be 1500. 1.5 kilobit. Yes. Yeah, I don't know what's been up with our internet lately. Usually I have a 5G access, but I haven't had a 5G for a couple of weeks now, so sort of in a bit of an industrial area, so there could be someone running some sort of machine or something in the area that's causing radio interference. It's affecting the Wi-Fi because I'm on a Wi-Fi, not hardwired. And unfortunately, I share the internet with my neighbor, and they're in a completely separate area of the house. But that's fine. That's fine. And there is another one done. So what are we at here? Oh, 5 already. That's actually pretty good. Oh, I'm down here. I wanna start balancing the weight out. So we're gonna go to this side here. And I gotta start taking these things off. And before I do that, let's do a save, just in case. Okay, now start here, and we'll start building more cars. Oops. Yeah, this is another thing I like to see in the game. Some new music. Like there's literally what, 2 or 3 music tracks. Like I can't tell you how many times I've heard this song, this music. Not that it's bad, it's just it's the same thing over and over and over again. And oops, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go on this side. I don't know how she can talk twice like that. Let's try that one day, see how many times we can get that voice looping over. Okay, what do we got? That's 8. We're almost halfway done. It's a good thing this game has a certain building limit, or else we'd be here for a month trying to get this thing done. Okay, we'll wait another minute or two before I use the cheating mode again. Just the right spot? Yes, it is. close enough. Okay, and that makes 9. Oh my god. This better work. That's all I can say. Amount of time I'm putting into this thing. Alright, I will be back in 2 minutes. Alright, I gotta go take care of a little demon here quickly. Go back here and we'll get some nice eye candy going. I thought that thing was still moving. Well, that spacing's not too bad. I think this one could be out a block or 2 more, but that's how it is. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I am back, and so is the day. So let's get this finished up here. We got 9, finish up the 3 and then we'll go work at those dizzying heights. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I've been trying to start focusing on a little more, is builds that don't actually require you to actually control. You just hop in and it does its thing. But that was always a question about whether or not the player will actually move or not. So we're gonna find that out eventually. Unfortunately, I cannot take this for a test run until I have it finished, just for weight distribution purposes. But I feel it should work. That's why I put the railings on there, just in case. The only thing I'd be worried about is going back down. That the hover mode on the, you know how the jetpack has a slight hover to it when you drop. That maybe it'll prevent us from actually going down. In which case, then I put a ceiling on. God forbid, maybe even it'll overcome the hover mode and actually crush us somehow. You never know. Getting sloppy all of a sudden. Dropping stuff everywhere. Okay. Yes. And the best thing is I'll be able to do a block count on this too, because I know how much I started with. I was just shy of 5,000. 5,000 frames, that is. And more plating, of course. Grab some more frames while I'm at it. Okay, that makes 10. Oh my god, my mouse wheel too sensitive sometimes. Sometimes, for some reason, it decides to stop working. But the only thing I can really do is blame Windows on it, just like I do with everything else.